So our speaker for the last session for today is an in-charge and associate consultant in Maitra Hospital, Kozhikode, with over 10 years of experience in tertiary care hospitals in Kerala and USA. He's passionate about community health programs and first aid and public health programs. He has trained over 5,000 students in the basic life support and first aid. So let me welcome Dr. Muhammad for the next session. Over to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Believers Search, for providing me this opportunity. And thank you, my initial speakers, Tausif sir, Sri Krishna sir, and Arjun for making my topic more easier. So my topic for the day is preparing for the unseen. So this is regarding the critical role of mock drills in disaster management. So though things may seem really beautiful initially, it may not be the same situation. It can change, just like it can turn ugly or it can turn scary, just like how the disaster we have dealt with so far. So why do we need mock drills in the present disaster management plan? Because we have to test our plan. So we need to practice and test emergency response system in a controlled and a low risk environment, which we can simulate potential disasters, and it will assess the effectiveness of the disaster and current responsive plans. So it ensures that all teams are familiar with their roles and responsibilities, and we get to do a real-time testing, and it will help us identify how well the disaster management protocols are followed and highlight the areas that need improvement. And it also helped in coordinating with the different agencies. So during disaster time, multiple agencies work together, especially EMS, health department, doctors, police, fire department, and government bodies. So they may not be familiar with each other's protocols. So these mock drills ensure that all stakeholders coordinate effectively, and thereby reducing the delay in communications and action during real disasters. So these simulations create a common platform for all of them to collaborate. So each of them can speak their own language. So during drills, they can understand their own language. So and it ensures that all team members understand each other's process and protocols clearly. So meanwhile, while doing this disaster mock drills, we can identify each other's weaknesses and gaps. So by exposing or identifying the weakness in current disaster management plan, so it can also potential issues like communication breakdown and equipment shortage, logistical challenges are brought to light. Though the management or particular authorities will tell, or equipments will come, manpower will come. When we do a drill only, we will understand how back we are. So these organizations can take necessary steps to address these gaps, and they ensure so better prepared for the actual disasters. So it also helps in improving our response time. So quick responses are vital to mitigate the damage and save lives. So by rehearsing such actions and strategies, these help team improve their response time. So these regular practice and reduce time to mobilize the resources that initiate the emergency procedures, and hence making the disaster response made more efficient. Training and skill building, it provides hands-on experience for the responders, allowing them to practice so key skills in a controlled and a realistic setting. So these training help disaster teams to stay sharp and be prepared to deal with a disaster situation. And of course, these training ensure the team is familiar with use of specialized equipments and communication system and logistics on managing on a large-scale emergencies. Another important point is resource allocation. Though initially during disaster, people might be stingy or maybe very generous in providing resources to particular people. So it usually is a big challenge when there is a shortage of medical supplies and personal or emergency facilities. So when we practice resource allocation, it gives an opportunity to practice efficient resource allocation, and it ensures that resources are being used optimally. So these practice helps in organization and prepare situations where the resources may be limited and ensuring a smooth distribution of process. So this is a picture from the air crash in Calicut, which happened in 2020, August. So community awareness, though before the medical help and the authorities arrived, it was the local people who helped in transporting the patient to the hospital. So community awareness and participation. So some of them may participate eagerly or some of them may stay back. So either ways, it should be in a controlled manner so that their energy and positive response can be focused in a better way. So individuals must know how to protect themselves and respond effectively. And these mock drills help raise awareness among public and teaching them what to do during emergencies. And this encourage a proactive participation in a disaster preparedness. So these drill often involves public education campaigns and community-led initiative to ensure civilians and are ready to cooperate and assist during real disasters. So, and legal and complication standards. So many countries have legal framework requiring organization, especially hospitals and school industry, to conduct regular mock drills to stay prepared for emergencies. And during these drills, these organizations help meet their legal obligations, ensure and compliance with national and international disaster management guidelines. And of course, of these organizations demonstrate a commitment to safety and preparedness, reducing potential liabilities in case of a disaster. As part of NABH and JC accreditation, so NABH uh, accreditation requires at least 2 mock drills in a year to be conducted in a hospital, and JCI recommend at least 1 mock drill to be conducted. During NABH, it can be either one can be a real disaster, mock drill, and one can be for tabletop mock drill is also fine, so that all people are aware of their roles and responsibilities. Now, coming to the most important part, so psychological preparedness. So, as I say, mental preparation is basically psychological pre-op. Most of the time, disaster comes without any knowledge or a previous pre-notification. So it's a high stress event that can lead to panic and a lot of confusion. And of course, poor decision making if the response are not psychologically prepared. So these mock drills will help individuals and team practice by staying calm and making them effective communication and decisions under pressure. So these psychological training is crucial as physical preparedness, and it helps team manage stress and act decisively during and real emergencies. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad sir. Are there any questions? If there are no questions, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Muhammad sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sana.